On point. On point.
Nice, have you?
Again, let's do it again.
On point. On point. On point.
On point.
God damn it. On point.
On point.
Yeah, man. On
Let's
point.
ask the real question. Prince, do you have commitment issues?
You asked me once already.
I do have. Me, I have.
Because
I know it's going to be hard for him to
I'm
answer.
going to come to you.
I've said it.
Actually,
Yeah.
I don't have.
So what's the problem then?
I don't find the one I want to commit to. Just.
Lie with your chest.
I don't want to lie.
My one has lied with his chest too.
Yeah.
Lie with your chest.
Oh, hey?
It's only Emmanuel Desmond and I that have always been truthful.
Okay,
Lie with your chest too.
Why is it?
you, that one is supposed to do like, I take it like that actually. Yes. I don't find the person I want to commit to, so I lied with my chest.
What?
Yeah, it's good. Let's continue. Yeah, it's good.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
It's confusing some of the questions. So why do you have commitment issues?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I think the dating pool is being so manipulated that I've also been part of the people manipulating the dating.
So everybody's progressing in that sense.
But we're progressing into rubbish.
Yeah, that means your even your life is developing.
Of course. But at the same time, I'm trying to purify myself from falsehood.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? To drop things that are not right, and to grow and create things that are proper for a relationship. Nobody wants to be alone. They say the worst punishment I learned many years back, the worst punishment you can give a man or a woman is solitary confinement.
It's facts.
And there's an age you get to that your friends and your families that have kids, you will all celebrate and spend time and have a nice time till maybe 9 p.m. After that, everybody goes home to be with their family and their kids and their loved ones, their boyfriend, girlfriend. And then you might be by yourself. I know someone will be like, yeah, but I can still have a girlfriend. But if you can keep a girlfriend for 20 years, why can't you have a wife for 15 years? How come that a paper that you sign now becomes the issue why you can't be together? Because you hear oftentimes people be like, yeah, we've been together for 5 years, but we married and we divorced after 3 years. What changed? I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things wrongly, or maybe it's the red wine that is manifesting through me. But I'm just like, no, honestly, if I can be together with a girl and I'm doing my part right, she's playing her cards properly, what is the issue that once we get married, we can't keep this thing together?
The responsibilities.
But you're supposed to have the same responsibilities before you got married.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I say.
It never gets to that extent.
If you remember, I've made mention
It never gets
of
to that extent.
before I get married to you, you have to show me this wife quality and show me that this is who you are. And likewise, I'm supposed to. It's not the day we're pronounced husband, wife, man, woman that anything changes. No, we're officially
But it's
recognized.
different for a man.
How is that different?
Wait, for you as a man,
Yeah.
you just analyze by things that a wife or by the things that your girlfriend is doing.
So what do you think a woman does?
A woman does the same thing.
Okay.
But the bigger responsibility only comes in the marriage. It doesn't come beforehand.
So why do
Really
we?
happens.
Okay, why do we have to wait?
How many? The
Okay,
crazy
what was it that you waited for to happen before you chose to marry your wife? What changed since you married her?
It's just the responsibilities, basically.
Yeah.
Because now the
Now, what actually really changed? As you're saying, I agree, the responsibility that as from today, I know that it is my sole responsibility to make sure I do my part.
Exactly.
But before that, you were already living that lifestyle. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I know we are tied together.
Exactly, but that's what happens when it comes down to into a marriage, and that it does break and end. It's because now the responsibilities are such a magnitude that you guys have never experienced it. Because those crazy women nowadays asking for a Range Rover, that's not something that you do when you're married.
But that has nothing to do with being married.
Exactly. But now that you guys are married, now the demands are actually coming in, and somebody doesn't know how to pull their weight because you guys have not been communicating.
Brother, see, a woman that couldn't ask for a Range Rover before we got married. Don't ask me for a Range Rover when we get married. You know why? Because you didn't ask because you know I wasn't having the means to. Now we're getting married and you're asking me for a Range Rover and you know that I can't do it. Stop it, sis. Allow it, fam.
That's one aspect.
Allow it, fam. But everything I could give you before we got married, I'm only going to want to give you more.
Okay. But at the same time, now you are experiencing life in a relationship day by day.
Oh, that's what we used to do.
No, that's not what you used to do.
What were you doing? This is the thing. You were doing test run while you were supposed to be being in a virtual situation thing. I don't know if you get me. Like you're supposed to be living this. Look, I mean, I've done some stupid mistakes. But getting older, I realized that, okay, maybe one thing I should have done was to commit myself fully in a relationship. And I've told a friend of mine that I think one of my regrets, God forbid, if something should happen, is that I would be like, oh, percentage-wise, let me not go there because it might sound disrespectful. What I've given, I know that there is so much capacity to more. So I could double it.
But you see, this is
Can you mute that part? You get me?
Yeah, I get you. But the funny thing is that the things that we are doing as men, why you are courting, because courting is temporary.
Yes, but this is the thing. I am dating with a purpose, right, brother?
Yeah.
So now, if I am dating with a purpose, this is not. See, if you're going to a car dealership, you like cars, and I know you don't want to blah 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 because all these things is just a waste of money. But you like nice cars. You go to a dealership. Are you going to be careful how you drive the car? No, you want to have a real feel of how this car rides, how it drives. So you know, oh, what does it have? What does it do? How does it react to this? Okay, if I want to park, does it have the sensors? If I'm maybe about to sleep off, does it have sensors to know that, oh, I'm moving? You get me?
At the same time, I also ask, when does it need to get to a point where I say, okay, as for now, I'll start taking responsibilities? I mean, the thing is, a thing that's supposed to be growing with a relationship. Okay, the longer we are, the more responsibilities I take. And I get to a point like, okay, I'm taking enough responsibilities. There's no difference if we're married or not. That's how I see that.
Yeah, but it's not
like, okay, there's a step now I take.
But there's also responsibility in the fun of the woman as well. Like the responsibility of you to give her joy. And that's one thing that we automatically do when we are boyfriend and girlfriend. It's easy. But once you are living together, you lose track of the things that you have been doing beforehand. That's why a lot of men feel like, okay, I'm losing the excitement because there's a big shift between I'm in love with you and I love you. In a marriage, it comes to the point where you just like, I love you. And love, the aspect of I love you is a profound love. But the aspect of I'm in love with you is the excitement that I get. In a marriage, you kind of like lose track of the excitement.
Why should you?
You are saying why should you?
Brother, if you say based on time,
yeah.
Wenn es ausgelutscht ist, as German would say, then I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying. But now, you're saying that it's not everyone that loses the attraction.
Yeah, but that's also part of it. Your answer was like, why does it get to a point where we break up? And that's the aspect. It's because we lose track of being in love again, and you have to constantly remind yourself like, this is what I have to do in order to make the relationship ginger again. And it's difficult. It's really, really difficult. Boyfriend and girlfriend is easy. Oh, let's take a trip, let's go this, let's do that.
When you mentioned responsibilities, the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, most people, they always want to get, they always want to have kids after wedding, after marriage. So what I thought was, okay, the responsibilities of kids afterwards. That was what I was thinking about, because everything is going to change as soon as you have children.
Yeah.
So that was the responsibility I was.
And that's the thing. Everyone just thinking about the responsibility. Just okay, yeah, I have to pay rent, I have to do this, I have to do that. But the responsibility aspect that you have in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship is just more of like, it's the responsibility of us getting to know each other, us just having fun. That's the responsibility that you kind of like lose track of once you're married, because now you're just focusing on building. But if you don't make sure or even like fixate the responsibility of I have to make my wife happy, she has to do the same. Weekly, I'm asking you, how can I make you happy this week? I know I have to pay the bills, but this is now subconscious. What do I need to do to make you happy? I need more hugs. I need more kisses. I just need one day that you and I can have a conversation. And she asks you the same thing. That's one aspect that we don't do in a marriage. Because now we're living together, because normally when you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you guys like you have an appointment. Okay, I see you on this day. So obviously the ginger is gonna happen. When I'm seeing you every day, I'm not always happy because life gets hold of me, and that's an aspect. So you have to make sure that the aspect of the responsibility of fun is part of your relationship.
That means you're not even living together to the marriage.
No.
Okay, now I understand where you're coming from.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to responsibility, we're always talking about responsibility of payment. This is what I have to do. My responsibility is also to have fun. That's a big responsibility, and a responsibility of being excited. Women love to be excited. Why? Because when you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, all we want to do is just excite this girl. But once we're in a fully committed relationship, it's now like I have anyways, and that's one thing I always question myself. Like, how does it come that the excitement kind of like switches and changes? The first time I saw you, you were with this girl, you were talking like, bro, at the Ashley star, you're nice. 2 years, 3 years in.
It doesn't interest you.
So if you get a job, right, and you're on your trial period, okay?
Yeah.
Which usually is like a month time. Do you perform differently or the same way you would perform or are you supposed to perform differently or the same way you would perform when the job is, bagged? When the job is bagged, then you know that,
obviously in a trial period, you're trying to impress. That's what you're trying to do because you want to get a hold of the job. Once you get a job,
you've already got the job.
You said trial period.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The trial period, you're already in the job. That's interview stage where you're saying trial period. I've gotten into the job and I'm showing you what it is like working, having me on board.
But you're still trying to impress.
Use apprenticeship as an example, maybe.
You're an apprentice. You're learning. Maybe that's good. A little bit better. You're in apprenticeship. You're learning this job. You're learning to see if this is what suits you, and this is what you're getting into. Definitely, you're supposed to put 100. Then once you're done with apprenticeship, you're supposed to transit into the next stage of, okay, I've completed this period of apprenticeship. Now, I am getting into the stage of, God knows, I'm living and I'm doing this job actively. I am profound in what I'm doing. And then after you get over that stage, maybe that's the stage we'll call you guys being engaged, right? Then you transit into, I'm doing my stuff. I'm doing my master. I don't know what that would be in English. So now, that's the step of getting married. Now, like, I got to know you, but this was dating on purpose. Because most of it we know when we're not dating on purpose. We know when we're going out there, at least this month, confirm. Confirm. He shot you. Oh yeah, hits me. We usually know when we're going there to just smash. And then we also have a feeling when we are there to build something. Then we know once we're building something that, okay, this is supposed to be maybe forever or for a long run. How many people really get into a relationship? Yeah, it's supposed to last. And the duration I give it is like 2.5 years. Nobody. If you want it to last, then you usually want it to last real long. So all I'm saying, I'm not saying that anybody's approach is wrong or my approach is right, because I've been very flawed. You get me? But I'm just saying that if you're getting into this thing with purpose, you might as well do it properly, because what's worth doing, right? Mm-hmm. There's this saying, how did I go? Is this why I'm discussing this? How does it go? What's worth doing is worth doing well. Thank you, the wine has rescued me.
Yes, sir.
What's worth doing is worth doing well, my dad used to say. So if you know that you're going to do this thing, you might as well do it properly, the right way. Why going out there wasting her time? That's where it is very necessary to be able to be blunt and straight. You know what? Yeah, what are we doing? If she asks you or you tell her, look, we're just having sex.
I mean,
If she likes it, good. If she doesn't like it, both of you keep it moving. And you'll find enough that want to pipe, right? And those that suit what you want for longevity, you get into it with them and you create something. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, unfortunately. But then you separate in a respectful manner. Thank you. I hope I've convinced you.
One question. Last question. Have you ever met your soulmate?
This is going to make me cry, actually.
It's going to make you cry?
It's gonna make me
They want to see you cry.
Yes.
I believe so.
You believe so? No, let's see. Have you ever met your soulmate?
Oh, you go ahead because you're in something pretty committed. Unlike me.
Yeah, I've met my soulmate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have I met my soulmate? Unfortunately, I have a feeling that I met someone that was close to it, but she was too stubborn.
I can still be your soulmate though.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, but
That's
how many
obviously-
how many
That's obviously your soulmate.
how many soulmates have you met?
Because they're fun.
Yeah, that's true. That's
What was true that I'm so
yeah, stubborn too. But how many soulmates have you met?
I think I've met. There's one I wanted her to be my. Nah, it sounds gay. If I no offense. You know what I mean with it sounds gay. So now it sounds gay if I say she was my soulmate. Get me? But there is one I felt like I wanted to build something with, or I would have loved to try it.
Too by far. Say it.
Yeah, but let's put that aside. But since then, there have been two.
You have met two. So
I've met two that I think they had the potential,
there's a saying that
but they needed me to unlock that God level.
But there's a saying that there's actually 3 soulmates in life that you come across. So you're on the last one.
So if I know,
That's it.
then
Then you have to settle.
settling is okay.
No, but it's not. It's
Settling sounds harsh, sounds bad, but settling is perfectly fine.
A lot of their parents have settled.
But the way they say it sounds bad.
It's okay,
Yeah.
but the thing is, settling isn't that wrong, because at the end of the day, you have to put your plus and minus. You have to check my good and my bad, and then know this is the shitty guy I am, or this is the fantastic guy I am. Yeah, and okay, look, you don't have way more to offer. Why don't we create with the best we know?
Just take anyone.
That's bullshit. That's not settled.
But that's how I understood what he's trying
That's
to do.
you, and I understood. I'm going to
okay,
check
yeah.
the pool
He said
and be
on
like,
high,
you're-
he said on
you're-
low.
yeah,
No, I
yeah.
have to.
No. No, you have degraded yourself. Like, I'll be like, okay, look, she's got this, she's got that, blah blah blah. Can we talk for a minute, girl? I want to know your name. Get me? What was that nonsense? I saw what you did. Was that cancerous?
But seriously,
But honestly, I'll check what's in the pool, what's possible, and I'll have candid conversations. Look, this is who I am. I am flawed. I'd like to get to know you because I think you're suitable. Can we work something out? And then we know that now we got into this not for the sake of love, but for the sake of our future. And along the line, we can create the magic called love. So settling is actually not as bad as it's made sound. You've learned from the junior godfather.
maybe God is using me as a disciple to tell you something that you should be careful. You should be careful of your next things that you're going to do.
Okay, I heard what you say, because it's like you're giving me a pointer based on the phone call I had. Thank you very much.
On point.
When's the last time?
On point.